Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Stephanie. How are you today? It's spring out. Can you believe that? Of course, March came in like a lion, or like a lamb, so what happens when it goes out? It goes out like a lamb. No, it came in like a lamb, so it means it could go out like a lion. So let's hope not. Let's just say, let's hope the lamb stays with us. Today we're going to talk about whales. And my first book is called How the Whale Got His Throat. Long ago, a whale could eat anything, and he did. This story tells how things changed. Look at all the things he can put in his mouth. He's got a great big body. Whale was greedy. He ate crabs, he ate starfish. He ate big fish and small fish. One clever fish hid behind his ear. There he is. Can you see him? He's little bitty. There he is. Why don't you eat a man, said the clever fish. That will fill you up. A man. Where can I find a man? He asked. The clever fish first showed him one on a raft. You see him? Is he down here? I think so. Pretty far away. Whale opened his great big mouth and he swallowed the man whole. Inside the whale's body, the man jumped up and down, and he bumped, and he grined, and he thumped, and he hit. Ouch, the whale said. That hurts. Come out, begged the whale. Come out. Take me to land first, shouted the man. Take me to land. Whale swam quickly to land. Whew, he couldn't get him out of his mouth fast enough. Inside whale, the man cut up his raft to make a crisscross shape. Now whale can only swallow tiny things because he put in the whale's throat that thing he made out of his raft, and then he jumped out. Now whale can only eat those, swallow those tiny things, and he can't be greedy anymore. There are all kinds of whales. Some, like the one in this story, have a filter. Well, not really a raft, it's a filter. Some just have teeth. So now we know why he, the big whale, can only eat small things instead, because there's a special filter in there, not like the one the man made, but a special filter that comes with these big giant whales automatically. Like you have a tongue, he has the filter. So what else are we going to learn about today about whales? This is called the snail and the whale. This is a tale of a tiny snail. A great big gray blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all around the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships on the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffed and sighed, "The sea is deep and the world is wide." "How long to sail?" said the tiny snail. These are the other snails in the flock. They all stuck tight to the smooth black rock and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet, don't wiggle, still, be still, stay put." But the tiny sea snail sniffed and sighed, then cried, "I've got it, I'll hitch a ride." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that looped and curled and said, "Ride wanted around the world." She wrote that on the rocks, hoping somebody'd stop to give her a ride around the world. This is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright. A humpback whale immensely long who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out of the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me." This is a sea so wild and free that carried the whale and the snail on his tail to towering icebergs and far-off lands. With fiery mountains and golden sands. Oh my, this is so beautiful. These are the waves that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed, the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. These are the caves beneath the waves, where colorful fish with feathery fins and sharks with hideous tooth grins swam past the whale and the snail on his tail. All the underwater sea animals. They're beautiful. Even sharks can be pretty. This is a sky so vast and high, sometimes sunny, blue and warm, sometimes filled with thunderstorms, with zigzag lighting, flashing and frighting. The tiny snail of the tail on the whale was still there. She gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves and the caves and the golden stand. She gazed and gazed, amazed by all, and she said to the whale, "I feel so small." Well, look how small she is. Look how little she is on his tail. But then came the day the whale lost his way. There are speedboats running a race, zigzagging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to shore. This is the tide slipping away. Oh no. I hope he doesn't get beached. It's hard to get whales moved back into the sea. And this is the whale lying beached in a bay. "Quick off the sand, back to sea." "See," cried the snail, "I can't move on land, I'm too big," moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then, "I got it," she cried, and she started to crawl. "I must not fail," said the tiny snail. Oh my goodness, we've got to get him off the beach. This is a bell on the school on the bay, bringing the children in from the play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, "Sit straight, don't talk." This is the board as black as soot, and this is a snail with the itchy foot. A snail, the teacher turns pale. "Look," said the children, "it's leaving a trail." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail, saying, "Save the whale." Smart snail. These are the children running from school, fetching the firemen, digging a pool, squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. Oh, that's good. This is the tide coming into the bay, and these are the villagers shouting, "Hooray!" as the whale and the snail travel safely away. Oh, I'm so glad. It gives me chills thinking that he was going to be okay. Have you ever seen a whale on a beach? It's bad. Back to the dock and the flock on the rock, who said, "How time flies, and haven't you grown?" And the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale of shimmering ice and coral caves, and shooting stars and enormous waves, of how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail, saved the life of the humpback whale. Then the humpback whale held out his tail, and on crawled snail after snail after snail. And they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the gray-blue humpback whale. And that's the end of The Snail and the Whale. That was a great story. I've never seen a beached whale. I've seen them on television when people have tried to rescue them, like in California and on the Florida shores. So that's very nice that everybody helped to get the whale into his own land. It's not good to be living where you don't want to live. Well, my last story today is about spring. Since we're going into spring, I thought it'd be fun to read a book about spring. When spring comes, before spring comes, the trees look like black sticks against the sky. There's always lots of cardinals in the wintertime, too, and they show up so bright. But if you wait, spring will come, leaves and blossoms follow too. Isn't that nice? If you wait, spring will make the leftover mounds of snow smaller and smaller until suddenly, poof, they're gone. Before spring comes, the grass is brown, but if you wait, spring will turn it green and add little tiny flowers. Bluebells and violets. Have you seen any of those yet? I haven't seen them yet. An egg will become a bird. A seed will start growing. Spring comes with the sun, and it comes with the rain, and more rain, and more rain. Do you like mud? Do you like puddles? I hope you like umbrellas. If I have the right shoes on, I like to stomp in those puddles. Do you? Before spring comes, the garden is just dirt and empty. But if you wait, spring will push green shoots up through the dirt to fill up the garden. Got to keep those rabbits out. You got to plant marigolds around them, around your garden. And spring will call out the pussy willows and the new kittens too. These are pussy willows, and these are the little kittens. pussy willow is a bush. Spring can come quickly or slowly. It changes its mind a lot, and then spring's finally here to stay. I've seen this happen. I've seen snow in April. Have you? There will be buds and bees and boots and bubbles. There will be worms. I see worms on the ground in the springtime, and wings and wind and wheels. So you can ride your bike, you can run and play, you can help dig for the garden, you can plant seeds. And butterflies will be coming out, and kites will be flying. You'll feel it, you'll smell it, and you'll hear it. You can hear those little birds chirping now early in the morning, can't you? It'll be nice to have spring here. When spring is finally here to stay, you might think you're done waiting, but you're not. Now you have to wait for summer. Ooh, I can't wait till spring. I can't wait to put my flowers in my window boxes. I can't wait to sit on the porch. It's gonna be so much fun. You can be outside playing hopscotch and jumping rope and baseball. All kinds of things that you can ride your bike, ride your scooters. What else? Roller skate, jump rope, all of those things. That'll be so much fun. I hope you enjoy today. It's almost spring, but not quite yet. Bye.
Hello, everyone.
Who are you talking to, Wally?
All the kids are watching us virtually from home.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
So, Danny, what have you been up to?
Well, I took the family on a trip over the winter months down to our favorite vacation spot in the Bahamas. How about you? Have you been anywhere over the winter?
No, just hanging out here with my family and friends.
Well, that's no fun. A few of my family members are going to head down south in a few weeks for spring break. We would like to visit our cousin Winter in Clearwater Beach. Would you like to join us?
Sure, that sounds like a fun trip. I think the kids would love it.
Great.
They have been bugging me to take them somewhere warmer.
Great. I'll get you the information after story time today.
Okay.
Well, we need to entertain these kids. Do you have any good stories you would tell the kids?
No, but you do.
What story are you talking about?
What about how your cousin Winter became famous?
Yes, that's a great story. Well, kids, Winter was caught in a crab trap when she was a little dolphin, and a nice fisherman found her and took her to a place where they could help her. She was hurt really bad, and they thought she might die.
That is terrible. What happened next?
Well, like I said, the fisherman took her to the Clearwater Aquarium, where she had several people and people doctors who helped her. She did lose her tail, so she had a hard time swimming.
Oh my goodness, what did they do to help her swim?
They made her a prosthetic tail.
What is that?
Well, you know, when people have to have an amputation, they get a prosthetic limb or a fake limb to help to replace it.
Oh yeah, like the surfer in Hawaii that lost her arm?
Yes, well, they made Winter a new tail, and she wears it to help her swim.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is. She now lives at the Clearwater Aquarium and entertains the kids.
I bet my kids would be so excited to meet her.
You know, the library has a book and movie about Winter if you would like to show your kids before the trip.
Great idea. I will do that when I leave today.
Well, we better get going, boys and girls.
Hope to see you soon,